ever wanted any other way. We're live.
Good morning, good
We're
morning, good morning, good
live.
morning to
We're
you. Good morning,
live.
Lisa.
Good
How you
morning,
guys
good morning,
feeling
good
today?
morning. It's gonna be a good day.
Yes, it's
gonna
going to be a good day.
It's gonna be a good day. Yes, it's gonna be a good day.
The sun is shining. We're going to go see a movie this today.
Is shining.
I tell you this every time.
You tell us what every time.
I love the beginning of the song, but I don't like the second stanza.
What's the second stanza?
The opening stanza, the song is
Sun
called
is
Since I Lost My
Shining.
Baby by Luther Vandross.
Keep going.
But the opening stanza is the sun is shining. There's plenty of light.
There's plenty of light.
A new day is dawning.
A new day is
sunny
dawning.
and bright.
Sunny and bright.
Then the second stanza is
Since
that's not the second stanza.
What is it?
But after I've been crying all night,
After I've been crying,
the sun is cold.
the sun is cold,
and the new day seems old.
And the new day seems old.
Since I lost my baby.
Since I lost my baby.
So, do you still like that song?
Since I lost my baby.
Good morning, Brother Uzama. How you doing?
I do still love that song because, well, maybe not for him.
Okay.
But I think in the real world, we avoid all of the bad and we forget that bad leads to good.
Yeah.
That
right.
Sometimes
That's
you can't
perspective.
have. Yeah, I know I'm beautiful like
you
that.
You are beautiful like that, and you're smart like that too. You learned a few things in your life.
Since I lost my baby.
Uzama,
you almost have to celebrate that with your child's first breakup because you know that's not the one.
People
but you
told
can't...
me I wasn't going to graduate until I get my heart broken. I didn't believe it until I was 16. I got my heart broken by a girl named Joni. I wanted so bad.
I'm telling you, this age wisdom is a bleach.
Uzama, I'm particularly happy that you're here today, Uzama, because today's topic is your perfect day.
Your perfect day. Yours, not anybody else's, just yours.
Can you imagine?
Did you leave the door open on the baby for on purpose?
No.
You got to go back over there or something?
No, I got my coffee. I'll close it if you like me to.
Thank you. Good
But can you imagine
Dr.
what is a perfect day for you?
I actually want to talk to you today, ma'am.
Dr. Carolyn, Lisa wants to talk to you today. But good morning to you.
Good morning.
But can you imagine a perfect day for you in two areas that I want you?
3 areas, I think.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say 2 and you say the third. Okay.
The first one is.
This is my first one. Imagine.
Susan said I have to stop doing this because I'm always putting that one finger in front of my face.
Why do you have to stop doing it? It's
because
just one of the things you do.
It covers my face.
For how long?
This long.
That's okay.
That's right.
You don't have to change that.
Today's
anyway,
gonna be a great day.
Can you talk about what is a perfect day for you while you're operating in your profession at work, whatever that is for you?
So that's at work.
What would that look like? A perfect day when you're operating in your gift, doing your thing. That's one. And the second day is the second description. What's a perfect day for you when you don't have to work, like on vacation or just not working? What would that look like? Those are the 2 I had in mind.
The third one is what is a perfect day for you and your family?
And your family.
Family day, family time. What does perfect look like for that? Because I actually think about that now a lot. I think about that a lot because we got to start the show. So we're going to come back in a moment. We're going to talk about all of that and we're going to talk about it together with you. We want your input. We want your thoughts about what's a perfect day for you, and we're going to share ours. We'll be right back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What is a perfect day for you?
And I encourage you to think about that in detail. In detail. Like one of the perfect days I can imagine, me and Lisa would be at a really nice hotel that was paid for by the person that booked me to speak.
A sponsor
for us. They paid for our room and all that. We've actually had this day before.
Yes, we had it several times, but I remember the first time we had it was in
Greenville, I think.
No, the first time we had an all expense paid speaking engagement with all of the inclusion, the
Corpus
very first
Christi,
time.
Texas.
That's right.
Corpus Christi, Texas. But we've had times when people paid.
We've had plenty of times since then, but that was the first. It was shortly after we were married.
Okay, was it?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we treated it
as our honeymoon.
And they treated us so wonderfully that actually
they treated us so nicely. They booked both Lisa and I to speak in Corpus Christi, Texas, and we both served. We were there for like extra day and everything. But we helped too. We recorded stuff and interviewed people. But boy, did they treat us nicely.
They said it was wonderful. Good morning.
Let me tell you, Dr. Sheila, one of the cool things they did for us. Normally, you want to get some of the money up front before you get on a plane. And then you get paid the rest when you get there. They did that too. They sent us money. They paid us, I think, 50% up front. But when we got there, I mean, like the day we got there, they were so important that we got our checks right then. You know, they didn't want to play around with nothing. So I thought, wow. And then every meal was a sumptuous spread. They fed us so well. They treated us so well.
Beginning of our spread. We started out in our marriage in such a vital, there was so much vitality in the beginning, both in our businesses. Actually, they contracted me. That was the first time that you and I have been contracted together. They contracted me first, and during the conversations of, you know, they're speaking of, this was like 3 or 4 months prior, that I was like, well, I know this dude that I happen to be sleeping with right now. I didn't say it like that, but they were like, no, really, absolutely, and they decided to contract both of us.
I had a guy this morning. He's been messaging me all morning. He's in New Zealand, baby.
New Zealand. What time of day is it there, and what day is it there?
I don't know.
Because I heard you on the phone.
Okay. He's in New Zealand today. Okay. And he said they had booked a sales speaker for an event they have coming up, but that sales speaker is not as experienced as me and is not as good as me. That's what they said. So they don't want that person anymore. Now they want me.
Oh,
they want.
But amen.
Well, he saw me. He was in the room yesterday morning.
Absolutely.
When I did and I was watching that workshop this morning.
You were rocking.
Yes.
I was listening to it in between talking to you all. Sometimes I'll be multitasking. Amen. What is a perfect day for you? So we decided that this could actually be 2 or 3 different types of perfect day. Now, you were talking about a perfect work day. We're really not talking about work. We're talking about work passion. If your career is your passion and you happen to work for somebody else, amen, nobody is taking that from you. But if your entrepreneurial exploits are your passion, then that's what we're talking about. You can have either. There's no judgment, but we are just specifically speaking to where your work day is perfect for you. What does that look like? What type of success? What type of activity? What type of doing?
Who you talking
what's
with?
In the day? What's going on? Absolutely. What's going on? What are you eating in your profession?
And when you're not working.
Right. Number 2 is in your vacation or your holiday or your time off. What does that look like in a perfect day for you?
We had one that I thought was close to perfect for Lisa and I.
Holiday?
Yeah. Okay. We were in a house. We had rented a house on the beach. We were on the beach. That means on the beach. Okay. And a separate house. It wasn't a hotel. It was a house. We cooked together and all that stuff. And when we went to bed, the doors cracked. You could hear the water really, really good. I slept so well there. But we had some of our friends with us too. And we did workshops and we had a good time. It was just so much fun. So
it was wonderful, but I actually considered that a work time versus
I had fun.
I thought it was a great personal interjection into a work weekend. I mean, into a work holiday, but I didn't think of it as a personal holiday. That's why I had to really think and listen to you. I
did workshops too. I did whole workshops. Everybody did. Everyone did workshops. We all were there with specialties.
But I think that that's part of the challenge with us is identifying how to differentiate the two.
Yeah.
And maybe
my work is my play.
That's what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe work is play, but I actually feel that there needs to be some delineation in there. Even when we were talking about, we've been talking again more concretely about the St. Croix
we're going to St. Croix
workshops and webinars that are coming up, and trying to get them clarified, trying to make sure that they are prosperous, trying to make sure that they make dollars and cents, right? You got to make it make both. Mm-hmm. But even in that, I realize that there's going to have to be time specifically allocated for not work and time specifically allocated for work. Otherwise, it will blend in. Yeah. Otherwise, it will all blend in together, and we'll come back needing a vacation from our vacation.
You're right. She's right again. Let me tell you, Dr. Carolyn, we had this idea that, because we had a lot of speakers that are coaches and speakers and thought leaders. So we had like 10 of us in the house. 10 of us in the house. William Brown was one, Dr. Carolyn. Dr. Deborah Dunstan was there too. And we all cooked together. We all fellowship together. We had plenty of free time. But one of the things we all did was, at some point, we all gave like our signature presentation, like our best stuff, to our coaching friends. You know, William Brown had his stuff. He did like a role play with his cards. Dr. Deborah did something. And it was so beautiful too. I had so much fun with that, with just our friends that are thought leaders that we did stuff together with.
I did too. I had a really lot of fun, and I thought it was wonderful as well.
And even though it was only 10 people in the room, everybody's attention was so riveted on each other. It was beautiful to me.
It was. Mm-hmm. It was beautiful to me. However, it wasn't vacation. Even the evenings that we had like off, it wasn't off.
That's the guy.
I felt like I was never really off. And that's important to me, to have off time, because I need to create in my off space.
Yep.
And even in that creative, I have to remind myself not to jump right into action with it. Because I get that creative spike and I'm on vacation. I try to capture it, and sometimes in the process of capturing it, I end up entering into it, and then I lose my downtime.
I get it. I'm saying this to
Dreadlocks and Diaries. Hey, he says the Dreadlocks and Diaries says, at work, wanted to say hello. I am trying to know who that is or remember.
Good morning to you. Good morning. But I'm speaking to you, Dr. Carolyn, because just in case you want to do something like that and want to include us, because you're the kind of person that puts that stuff together like this.
Actually, that's one of the things I want to talk to. I want to say this too about Dr. Carolyn. Atlanta doesn't fall off the map.
Right. Not only do we have, we talked about that yesterday too, Dr. Carolyn, our upcoming Atlanta trip. But we had 10 coaches in the room, but we also had another person that we brought in that we paid and designed to clean up everything. She was there to clean up behind us and help with the cooking. She helped with the cooking, didn't do all the cooking because we like to cook too. But she also kept the place clean, so none of us were taxed with housekeeping,
Amen. Dr. C says, I am going to put something like that together. Amen.
Yeah, and I was hoping you would and include us. And it has to be people that we all mutually respect each other, because we're going to hear each other's talk.
Oh, hey, K-Fit. What's good, beautiful?
K-Fit. You gave Lisa and I one of our greatest compliments, K-Fit.
What was that?
When she had her podcast.
I remember the podcast.
She interviewed us on her podcast. She wanted to interview us as a couple on her podcast. And she asked great questions, and she was doing such a great job as a host. And when it was over, she says, you know what I know? She goes, I know one thing about us right here. She goes, I want you two to be my mentors. That's what she said. She was the host. And I was so warmed by that.
She is. She's lovely. And you have a wonderful dad, because
we love your dad
completely love Sir Charles.
You can't talk bad about your dad around me.
No, not at all. I respect him, and
he's not a perfect man, but he's been through some things.
And he has gleaned wisdom from the experience. I definitely love him, but I appreciate K-Biz swinging on through, baby girl. What's good?
Diaries. Good morning to you, my sister. That highlights to me the rich panoramic of our lives together. We have been through some amazing adventures, met some amazing people, and she's younger than us too. But when she said that to me, it made me feel good. Dr. Carolyn says
that's why when people invite me to certain things, I sometimes decline, because I don't like being exhausted when I come back home from a retreat. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh no, I'm so sorry. We're extending you love and light.
Oh wow.
Your grandma's gotta reach out to Sir Charles.
Yeah, I'll reach out to him like right away.
She's returned to source.
Yes.
And we're receiving her wisdom all around us. Receive her love and be embraced. But we are sending you love and light because it's always a challenge right at the beginning of a transition.
That's Sir Charles's mom you lost? You said grandma. That's his mother?
Was it his mother or was it your maternal grandmother? Which way was it? But always love and love you back. Amen. Amen.
That'll sober you up too.
Yeah.
When you hear something like that.
It does. It does. Amen. You're very welcome. I was speaking to someone.
Not that I was inebriated, I was thinking it was a sobering thought. Haven't had any alcohol all day.
Lord. I was speaking to a wonderful person in my pursuit of the wisdom, right?
Okay.
I was speaking to one of the wonderful contributors. Yes, her dad's mom. We will reach out to your dad, amen, and give him our love, amen. Omri Zabunde, thank you. Amen. We don't know who that is, and that post doesn't seem to be appropriate, so we're going to ignore it. Dr. Carolyn is laughing at you with your sobering thought, I think. But understand, I was talking to someone in pursuit of the wisdom that I'm getting, and they were talking about someone's son, and then they have to remind me the son is 85, and I was like, oh, I would love to get his wisdom. They said to me, you need to get their mother's wisdom. What? Wait, what?
She's 100.
She's 104. And I said to them, respectfully, how alert and everything is. Oh, she's still driving.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I want to know when she's driving so that I'm not on the road when she's driving.
Well, I can't wait to reach out to her and her son, both to get their wisdom. Sheila, good morning again. She says, my daughter has a nonprofit and required to have an annual meeting. We met at a family with the kids at various places, rent a place and stay a weekend. And yes, we do the required weekend meetings. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I get
absolutely. We did that too for our nonprofit, for the nonprofit that I'm on the board of. We did the weekend there, and we did have our meetings, but it was lovely as well. Good morning, William Brown. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're talking today about what is a perfect day for you. And we're covering 3 different aspects. We're talking about work. Hey, J. Mattier, Grand Rising, my family, Grand Rising to you. Uzama says, I got a taste.
Wait, finish your thought with William Brown.
We're talking about work. We're talking about personal. So you're working your personal, and we're talking about family.
A perfect day.
Are those to
in
me? They're
career,
all 3
or when
different
you don't have
perfect
to work,
days.
or when you're with your family.
What does a perfect day look like to you? He says, I got a taste of my perfect day when I was with my belle. I put that in there when I was in West Palm Beach around my birthday. But it would start with me on the beach with my coffee and my book.
Yes.
And then I will make a few business calls after watching the sunrise.
Yes.
And the kids and the grandkids would join us later. Amen.
That's beautiful, my brother. That's what we're talking about today.
That's got a blend in it, a good blend of business, of personal, and family.
But perfect for him.
Perfect for you. Absolutely.
That's
Great morning, Lena Janelle.
Lena Janelle, what is
Janelle,
can you imagine what is a perfect day for you, Lena? I want you to think about a perfect day for you when you're operating in your profession or your career, doing your work that you love. And I want you to talk about what is a perfect day for you when you don't have to work. Where are you? What are you doing? None of this stuff is dependent upon, you got resources for anything you want. And the third one Lisa brought up too, which is really important, a perfect day around your family or loved ones.
Yeah.
However you do that.
Now, and I think, you know what I think? I can see that. I can see that, Uzama, with all 3 of them sort of coexisting in this wonderful time frame. I think what I would remove from that for myself is the sense of urgency and schedule. So when it comes to anything that has business in it, whether it's a retreat or whether it's anything like that, I still have a schedule. And that schedule creates an anxiousness in me. I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go off of anything.
when we go to St. Croix, that's going to be a week-long trip, and it's going to be a working week. I want to do a workshop when I'm there. You want to help authors while you're there too, but that also highlights to me we need like 2 or 3 days in a row where we're not doing any of that.
So it's great that you jumped to that assessment, but understanding that
now, Dr. Carol, she says it's great. That don't mean it's really great that I jumped to that assessment. That meant like bless your heart, great. That's what I just heard, baby. You heard her, William Brown? She wasn't really saying that I jumped to that assessment was a great thing. She was saying, yeah, Brian, you're not hearing me. Clearly, shut up. Let me explain it fairly. That's what just happened, y'all. That's what just happened. You don't think I don't know? I'm not caught unawares with my pretty wife. I know my baby. Yeah, Brian, that's great. That's great. Like a kid making a macaroni picture. This is great. What is it? You saw her, Dr. Carolyn. You saw her. But you got your tongue? What's up? Say stop. Anyway, we're talking about what's an ideal day for you. Bless you. Yeah, that's what she gave me. Bless your heart. Lisa Janelle said Lisa got the patience of Job. Really? She ain't got the patience of Job. But anyway, she got some patience sometimes. Sheila God said, that's a bless your heart. Great. Yeah, Brian, that was great that you jumped to that conclusion. That was great, Brian, that you jumped to that. Y'all heard her. Y'all heard her. Think I'm gonna let that just let that slide like that? Come on, man. We're gonna have a great day today. I'm gonna enjoy my pretty wife today. We're gonna go see a movie this afternoon. We're gonna go see Bad Boy.
This afternoon?
Yeah.
I thought you said it was 11:30.
12:30.
12:30. Okay. What time is it?
You think 11:30 because you have a 1:00 appointment that you was going to move to 11:30.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay. Yeah, all right, you're right. And I also have a 4:00 appointment.
I don't think the movie's going to take 3 hours. It might take 4. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it'll take 4. But we can look up how much time it is. Mm-hmm. But the movie theater is not that far from here.
No.
Like 11 minutes from the house.
The appointment is not at the house.
Okay. We'll work it out.
We'll work it out.
So anyway, we're going to go see Bad Boys Ride or Die today, y'all. Woo, woo. We're going to have fun with that. Okay. We don't go to the movies at night anymore.
No. Amen. William Brown says, my perfect day includes solitude on the beach or the woods with the rolling stream. For me, I got to have water. Some thoughtful conversations about something and nothing. No clocks and no phones.
William Brown, I feel you. We were at one of our beach trips, and I think it was when you were speaking at the last thing with Barbara H. Smith, okay? You was there, and I wasn't involved. And I went out on the beach with a beach chair and a cigar and a thermos full of alcohol and drinks and stuff, and I sat on that beach for probably, I'm going to say 2 to 3 hours, William Brown. And it was early in the day, too, because I was mostly by myself. I had most of the beach by myself, but it was just me and my seagulls and my crabs and the crashing waves. I was noticing all this life and activity that you don't see unless you sit still long enough. I had a cigar, I had on the beach hat and everything, and it was glorious. Just watching the waves, the rhythm of the waves, watching how the birds interact with each other, how the birds feed themselves. They don't have jobs. They feed themselves at the shoreline, and how the crabs will pop up. It was just amazing. William Brown reminded me of that.
Amen.
It was better than TV.
Good morning, Susan. Good morning. You know what happens to me? Good morning. Again, Lena Janelle, she said, that's going to be fun. Bad Boys for Life. Susan said, I kept thinking I had found you, and it kept being from a different day. Well, we're glad you kept on searching. Hey, Emily.
I'm glad you kept searching.
Good morning. Yep. Absolutely. You know, we are telling you over and over again, thank you for your persistence, because Facebook won't let you be great. They consistently are changing the rules. I got another notification this morning reiterating that the profile has to be over 60 days, have over 100 viewers, subscribers, or followers. And it is a really, really, really just another bureaucracy
of Facebook. And they can change it so often, and they do. Susan Kennedy, I want you to think about this, Susan. Can you imagine what is a perfect day for you when you're operating in your profession, or when you're not at work, when you're doing something else, when you're not required to be working, and with your family? What's a perfect day? Emily, can you do the same? Can you imagine? She does say,
Emily says, my perfect day is when I can relax and just breathe. I have learned the benefit of interjecting breathing time into my day, starting since Monday. Obviously, it's not a long time yet, but it will be, because Mondays lead to Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. But anyway, understanding the importance of interjecting breath time, breathing from my abdomen, breathing up through my body, allowing the oxygen to permeate, and taking time out to conscientiously do that, because so often, more often than not, we breathe from here.
Yep.
Right here. We don't breathe any deeper. We don't breathe any further.
Except when we do an Antonobi song.
And what happens is we don't allow enough oxygen to go to all of the corners of your body that is necessary for its development, growth, and nurture. And so by taking those 15-minute breaks 3 times a day, or 3 times in a row, I actually take them, I have found my strength, my core, and my energy a little bit higher.
Interesting. That is interesting. I'm not just saying bless your heart interesting. I'm saying that is interesting. Okay. Don't nobody jump to that conclusion either. But as you was talking about the breathing and the 3 times, I was thinking what my brain went to was my swimsuit.
Okay.
You should go take a dip today.
Okay.
You should go take a swim.
Okay.
Okay. Today.
Why do you want to go swimming today?
I have time today, for one thing.
Okay.
And we're turning over a new leaf. We're exercising more.
Mm-hmm.
We're exercising more. We're eating better. Mm-hmm. So, going to because we have an aquatic center 1 mile from here. We should go take a dip in the pool.
Let's do it. Okay. Amen. Susan Kennedy said, definitely with my family. What does it look like? What is it like? Paint the picture of that perfect day for us. Susan said, would we all jump to conclusions? Our friends, would we all jump to conclusions? We do. I think jump to conclusions is probably a lot of people's favorite
exercise
and most utilized exercise. Absolutely.
Favorite exercise in America is jumping to conclusions. That's what it is. Oh, I see just a little bit, and I'm going to take that little bit and extend that line out and jump to a conclusion.
I actually watch another podcast, not like ours, but like ours. It's a video podcast, and they have multiple contributors.
Okay.
But they're all 3 in different places. And I have found I've noticed a little bit of rubbing the wrong way over talking over people. Mm-hmm. And I think some of that comes from when you're frustrated about something, or you don't think you're being heard.
That's what I think it is. And my brain just went, they're not feeling heard.
Mm-hmm.
When they're doing a podcast or a presentation and they want to over talk somebody because they don't feel like they're being heard.
Or the person that feels like they're being over talked feels like they haven't been heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is something to take.
And some of that is because the facilitator may not be strong. If the facilitator is not strong, the room can go all kinds of ways. If the facilitator is strong, he can recognize this person been dominating. So I'm going to shut them down and bring up more voices. That's what I do.
Well, she is the facilitator. The one that, no, I think that she's interjecting. She interjects herself and says, let me finish my point. And she finishes her point. But I think that that's really not necessary that much. It doesn't take that much energy to interject your point. I mean, I have to do it here every day.
Nobody can get away with that with me.
Mm-hmm. Susan says, I would be at the beach just 100 miles away, sitting and swimming in a pool with a view beyond belief.
Yeah.
That would be your perfect day.
Just Amen. 100 miles away, just 2.5 hours. That's all she needs to go.
You think 100 miles is 2.5 hours?
Or about 2. But the way you and I roll, we don't try to break speed records anymore. That's a young man's game. When Lisa and I go on a trip, it might be a 3-hour drive, but it might take us 4 hours or 5 hours to get there. because we're going to take our time. We're going to take several breaks.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take several breaks.
Amen. And she says, of course, my family. Amen. Yes, absolutely. So that would be your perfect day with family. What does your perfect day in business look? Susan says Panama City Beach is about 2.5 hours away.
Perfect.
That's wonderful.
Perfect distance for her. Yep. I'm talking about just let your brain go there. Let your brain go there and imagine. Sheila Gothard, imagine what's a perfect day for you in your career.
Understand imagination and visualization is an important part of manifestation. If you can't see what it completely looks like, and I mean completely, then you are not as close to manifesting it as you could be. See what it looks like when you wake up in the morning. See what it smells like. See what it feels like. Do you feel rested? Do you feel anxious? Are you looking forward to it? See all of those parts in the imagination of your mind, and then imagine yourself there.
Part of my perfect day at work, my profession, Lisa and I got up early, and we enjoyed the sunrise. We go downstairs to a beautiful restaurant at the hotel that we're at, and we have breakfast with interesting people. We're having breakfast with them, and then we leave breakfast, and then I go give a 3-hour workshop on selling. And then we have lunch with interesting people. And that's the end of my workday. Okay. Have lunch and stimulating conversation at breakfast and lunch. And that's the end of my workday. I did 3 hours of training. I'm good. And we spend the rest of that day either touring the facility or touring the city or having fun on the beach. That's perfect for me. That's what I want to do.
Amen. Amen. Lena Janelle says, a perfect day for me would not include a computer, no pens, no computers, no social media, and it's me and my God. Hopefully a Scorpio. Amen. We're believing God for that. And we're in Jamaica.
Wait a minute. She said hopefully Scorpio.
He hasn't manifested yet. We're manifesting.
Or is she calling her guy Scorpio?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Hopefully right. Scorpio. And we're in Jamaica. That has that has more than one meaning. Scorpio.
Yes. Bless your heart.
Okay. See? Okay, let's finish reading Lena first.
We're in Jamaica on the beach with our kids from before Christmas to after New Year's Day.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
A slightly less perfect day would be doing a gig in a tropical place like Hilton Head Beach or Myrtle. Then I go relax afterwards. That's my typical business, work, and play getaway. I agree with you, Lisa. I see this, smell it. I think I'll draw it too.
And he has manifested. So she's calling him Scorpio.
Amen. We're going to call him Scorpio.
So I'm saying?
Amen. Amen.
Well, good for you and Scorpio. But sometimes when people say, I want a Scorpio, that means they want a lot of sex, because that's what people think of the astrological sign of Scorpio. They're supposedly more sexually adventurous. That's what but my birthday is November the 25th. And I always, because Scorpio ends on the 22nd. No, actually, no, Sagittarius is the 22nd of November to the 22nd of December. So Scorpio, I see your eyes. So Scorpio ends at November the 21st. And if they had just waited another day, that Scorpio could have been a Sagittarius. They could have been a Sagittarius.
You're a Sagittarius with Scorpio rising.
I'm a Scorpio rising? What do you mean? Because it's so close to days?
Absolutely. So I am here to ask you again, what is a perfect day for you? That's right? Right, Sagittarius from Dr. C. You're a Sagittarius. Remember, today is the day. Today is scroll marked 8,
which is
we did want to consider that. This is that I will value 100-fold. I will
increase my value 100-fold. Yes, you can. If we continue through school, I will increase my value 100-fold. And you know how you can increase your value 100-fold? A lot of ways. First off, one is to write some stuff. Okay, publish some stuff. Get some stuff out there so more people. It's just like when you plant a seed, you don't get an apple. You plant a seed, you don't get a lemon. You get a tree with lots of apples on it and lots of seeds on it. That's increasing your value 100-fold. You know what I'm saying?
Exponentially.
Yes.
Exponentially.
When you plant your good seed in good ground, You can get an orchard from an apple seed. You can get an orchard from a lemon seed.
Amen. Hey,
there
Chef
he is.
Rev. Good. Glorious.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. Amen. Lena Janelle says, I notice all of us want to be at the beach. I can't speak on the sex yet. I'm taking my time.
Okay.
LOL. I was engaged to a Sag, and 2 of my besties are Sages.
Of course they are.
Good people, but y'all think y'all know everything. LOL. Libra wisdom.
Because we do.
I'm a Capricorn.
Which is also a match for Sagittarius. At least that's what the chart says. Capricorn woman and Sagittarius man is supposed to be a good fit. And I think it is. I think it is.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. As long as Lisa act right. Act. That's AK. Act right. Dr. Carol says, my God. Probably something Lena said. Yeah.
The beach is my happy place. It really is. By the water. It doesn't even have to be the beach.
But we have had great times in the mountains.
Yeah.
You just don't like the experience of driving up or down the mountain.
I don't like the experience of being landlocked. I don't like it.
We've had some beautiful mountain experiences.
Absolutely.
With great views and everything.
Didn't enjoy the view.
You didn't enjoy the mountain views?
No, I
did.
I'm glad you did. I enjoyed the company, and I always managed to enjoy myself no matter what I am doing or what I'm doing. But if I have my druthers, then it's going to be the beach.
We did
or the water. I can be sitting next to a water fountain or a waterfall and have just as much fun as if I'm at the beach.
We had a mountain experience where the views were beautiful, and it was sweater weather. It was like in the fall, but it wasn't real cold. It was just like comfortable sweater on the front porch with your coffee and a great view in the mountain community. I enjoyed that trip.
That's wonderful, and I enjoyed the trip too. But understand that there's a lot of things that are subjective that some people think that is universal, and it's really not. A, I don't enjoy coffee, so me sitting on the porch with coffee is not exciting. B, I don't really like anything hot to drink because I have a very, very sensitive tongue. Even with my tea, I let it cool off.
You got a what?
Before I drink it.
Wait, what'd you say you got?
Even when I have hot tea, I let it cool off before I drink it.
Did you say sensitive?
Very sensitive.
Did you mean educated?
No.
Okay, sensitive. Okay, cool. I'm gonna let that go. Lena Janelle says
my tongue is sensitive.
I get it. Lena Janelle says Sages and Caps are great. Y'all gonna be rich. You right. You are right, Lena.
Uzama said May 25th, Gemini and Taurus ends on May 21st. So I have a lot of Taurus qualities. Amen.
Yeah. So wait. So I'm May 25th, but Taurus ends on May 20th. So you're like me with Taurus, the way I am with Scorpio. So you're saying that because your birthday is so close to Taurus as Gemini, you have Taurus qualities.
A lot of Taurus qualities.
And maybe I do too, since it's only a few days apart. Okay.
Dr. Carolyn says, my daughter says, we
think we know everything.
That's not true, but we are just confident about what we know. Amen.
Right, because we know what we know. We know all of what we know. Okay.
Lena says, I agree, Lisa. I think people like the mountains, but not like the beach. The scary drive up or down a mountain. I told my agency to never book me another gig in Appalachian. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Lisa does not like... Only once. It was a woman's retreat. And it was a woman's retreat, in a house in the mountains. And Lisa did it by herself. She'll never do that again. And since that time, when she's got booked for women's things in the mountains, I drove her and hung out in the area until she was ready to come home. That's what I did. But I don't want her to have to do that anymore.
I was hysterical, and it was horrible. How can you have a mountain without a rail? It was just like, what are you doing? You got the cars right next to the edge of the mountain? No. I didn't like none of it. It was, and coming down off the mountain, the fog was so thick. It was so thick. I was driving like less than a half a mile an hour. I was driving slow, and I didn't care about the fact that it was a 2-lane road and there was cars behind me. Y'all can get out, walk around me, or pull around, do whatever you want. I'm not going faster because I'm not going to die. And then I finally got down to the bottom of the mountain, and there was no, like, you can get off the mountain and go off and pull over and sit down. It gets off the daggone mountain right on the highway. I'm like, this is crazy.
Because you wanted to pull over.
I needed to pull over and collect myself. I was hysterically crying by the time I got to the bottom of the mountain. Thank God I made it to the bottom of the mountain. Mm-hmm. But it was crazy. Uzama says, exactly, Brian. Scorpio energy was still heavy when you hit the scene. And Lena said, God bless you, Lisa. God bless me to make it through that. Amen. William Brown said, interesting thing. I don't like driving up the mountains, but I can enjoy the views. The reason why I don't enjoy the views also is because I have this. There's a syndrome for that. Yeah, this thought that I can fly. Or jump off it or something. Well, I think that I can fly. I'm not going to jump off to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to commit suicide or anything like that. But when I'm up really, really high, I believe I can fly. And I'm scared that I'm going to believe I can fly. Do you believe that you can touch the sky? And then actually fly. But no, I don't have think about it every night and day. Zip it. Because you could spread your wings and fly away. That's what I'm afraid of. George Allen says. Do you believe you can soar? My perfect day starts when I awake, gazing at my wife. The rest of the day is perfect. Amen. It says that's vertigo. Yes, not vertigo. I don't have vertigo. Wait, go back to George Allen. Start when awake, gazing at my wife. The rest of the day is perfect. Beautiful sentiment. Lena says, "Thank you, thank you." That's how she says it. Them mountain people drive like they ain't got sense. We drove through a fog too. It looked like something out of Scooby-Doo. I'm like, I was like, go around because this is it. Shouts out to those of you who remember Scooby-Doo cartoons. Finally, somebody got in my car. Somebody from behind me was driving two people in the car, and they drove me down to the bottom. What do you mean they drove you down to the bottom? They got in my car and took over the driving to the bottom of the hill, but then the hill split off. I mean, the mountain split off, and I had to go by myself. You pulled over somewhere? No. How did I get to where? How did they get in your car? They walked. I was going slow. Okay. It was one of the ladies from the retreat. She just came down. She was like, do you need me to take you down the hill? I said, that would be great. So the people that were in her car drove her car. Okay. And she drove my car down. But at the bottom of the hill, she had to go back to her car because we were going in two different directions. Yeah. And that hill led to another hill. Yeah. So I still had more to go. It was crazy. Good morning. Well, we're not doing that no more. Dr. Beverly says, Grand Rising to my favorite, awesome, beautiful family. Perfect day. Every day is a perfect day. For me, no matter what I am doing, where I am, who I'm with, or what tried to turn my day sour. All of it will teach me something, and most of it will be owned by me because I speak my days into existence. However, I need EPMM show on a movie screen, then me hearing cha-ching money bells saying that's I just hit $1 billion status, and it's me love selfing with dancing, great music, fantastic food until I get it, then until I get sick of my own self, then start all over again. Doesn't that make you smile to think about, Dr. Beverly? That's beautiful. Man, I just had a thought I was going to say. I forgot what it was. But anyway, it'll come back to me if it's important. But, dang, it just was in my head right then. So mad. So good. It'll come back. So it's time for us to say thank you. The way we say thank you. Lena Janelle says, I get it, Lisa. We drove like the speed of yesterday. They didn't even have any lights on the road where the wedding gig was, and it was raining. I haven't prayed so hard. Right. Absolutely. Yep. We're going to say thank you the way we say thank you on this broadcast. The way we do that is with greeting songs and with greeting logos. My name is still Brian K. McNeill. And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill. And together make up what's called the Empowerment Duo. And if this is your first time here, you're tuned into a broadcast called Let's Talk About It. We talk about personal conversations, business information, and spiritual inspiration. With a little bit of shenanigans on it. That's what we talk about. Mm-hmm. Together we have an express ministry. Our express ministry is economic independence through entrepreneurship. That's what we bees about. That's what we talk about. And that's it. William Brown likes the speed of yesterday. He says that is hilarious. I have never heard that one. I have never heard it before either. And I think the reason why I didn't respond on it is because I'm trying to process what that looks like. But the speed of yesterday, I guess, it's got to be slow. Yesterday was slow.
You're moving so slow, you're going backwards.
Going backwards in time.
That's right.
Right, absolutely.
So we're going to say thank you. We're going to start from the top today. And the way we do that is with greeting songs and with greeting logos.
Lord.
For example, Miss Phyllis was up first today. Oh, Zama was up first today.
Zama was up first.
He's got a greeting song.
Bitcoin King, he's a Bitcoin King. Uzama, Bitcoin King, he's a Bitcoin King.
Uzama. That's the way we greet him. How did he get a song? He's been a consistent contributor, like Dr. Carolyn. She lets us call her Dr. C. She's got a jam too. Dr. C makes you sure of yourself. She'll have you walking like you've got the only loving left. That's Dr. Carolyn's jam right there.
Absolutely. Dr. C, baby.
Up next is Miss Sheila Gotham. She's got a song.
Sheila. Storms are brewing in her eyes.
Put it down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Tell me what to do. It makes me so excited.
So clear the way.
Miss
Phyllis is here. And we can all have a great day.
Hi.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis. How you doing?
Hey.
K-Fit, you keep coming. You're going to get you a jam.
Thank you. We appreciate William Brown is in the building.
Good morning to our friend Will.
Nobody thinks like him still.
We love him so.
And we always will. Our friend Will.
Let me say something. You're going to see this on Facebook a bunch, where someone will tag you or piggyback on a live that you're doing in a selfish way.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't reached out ahead of time. They don't know who, you don't know who they are, but they're going to impose their agenda on you or contact such and such. You won't regret it. To me, that is horrible. It's
rude.
Ugly. It's dirty and lazy. So whenever I can, Facebook has done a thing where when they tag me into some stuff, Brian, contact such and such. It's a scam, first off. But if Facebook allows you to hide it. And while we're live, I'm not sure how well we can hide it. But when people do that on here, we want to ignore it because people do try to do that on this feed from time to time too. It's just terrible. And I can never, ever, ever consider them respectfully again. I couldn't consider doing business with them. I couldn't consider following up with them because of that horrible approach.
Absolutely.
Jay Matty has a song too.
But first, good morning, Amarion. Good morning. He says hello from his perfect day. Is making sure his grandma comes home from the hospital. Amen. We are sending love and light to you and prayers of healing for your grandma to make her way home.
Oh, Marion. Okay, yes.
Lena says, I hate that too, Brian, and I report it when I see it.
Yeah.
You can't report it when you're live, unfortunately. And we used to be able to block it, but we can't even block it anymore.
Jay Matty's got a jam. Get ready.
Get ready. Oh,
get ready. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Dr. Beverly has a jam too, and it goes, our logo actually goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. Good morning to you and the rest of your crew.
Good morning, Lena Janelle. And Dr. Beverly says, the crew says hello. Tariq said a perfect day for him is when child support is done and he can really have a real relationship with his daughter. Right now, he says she's just a check. And right now he says he's just a check. And the thought, thanks to the mama.
For me,
this is coaching. This is a coaching moment. Absolutely. It is a coaching moment. Please understand that your children need more than money. Money is very, very important, but children need relationships, particularly female children.
What they appreciate the most is never money, and it's never the toys, it's never the presents. It's always the time.
It's particularly a daughter with their father.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly, no matter how I might feel about any child's other parent, unless they are doing something that can hurt them in some physical, tangible way or even abusive way, is to make sure that they know that they have access to both sides.
Lena's praying for Amarion and his grandma.
Absolutely. We are praying for your grandma, Amarion.
We got to move on.
Thank you. We
got to finish this.
Did you do Lena Janelle song? Lena Janelle, baby?
I didn't. Lena Janelle, baby. We gets hot of her art. Don't know how to behave.
Ooh.
Good morning. Did we do William Brown?
Yes,
we
baby.
did. With Susan.
Yeah,
Susan.
Everything I hope for.
You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. That's Susan Kennedy's greeting song. Emily Nelson has one too.
Oh, Emily.
And you came and you gave without taking.
Oh, you smoothed it out.
Oh, Emily. Yeah, I'm smooth like that sometimes.
You smoothed it out.
I want you to go, baby.
I'm going. No, you don't want to rush me. I'm going to get you.
Okay.
Chef Rev.
George Allen is also known as Chef Rev. And he goes, why must I cook like that? Why not hire Chef Rev?
He puts the good food in me.
Nah. That's Chef Rev's jam.
Hey, man, Lena, you're very, very welcome. She said, Lena, thank you both for my song, Brian and Lisa, and thank you for my Facebook repost on my Dr. Shade caricature. Sharing is caring. Absolutely, Amen. Absolutely. We got Uzama, we got Lena, we got Dr. Carolyn, we got George Allen. We got, I think, Dr. Beverly. We got Dr. Beverly?
We did Dr. Beverly because I did you and the rest of your crew. Yep.
Right, that's right.
We didn't get Dr. Deborah.
She didn't come in today.
Nope, we didn't.
She working. Well, we got
you. You're welcome, Susan.
You're very welcome, Susan, and we appreciate everybody coming on through and sharing your perfect day for you. Amen. Lena Janelle says Chef Rev is a new bop. It's not new. He just been all over the world. He just been busy. He be from Costa Rica.
Chef Rev used to be a very
He's
regular
just
member
going, ripping and running. And I'm grateful that he slide through when he can from time to time to drop some wisdom.
She said Chef Rev is a new bop. You know, why must I cook like that? We might be new to you, but he's been a regular on here before. And Lena, I will tell you, Chef Rev and his wife Belle has double dated with Lisa and I twice. We have double dated twice. Yep.
Did we do Jay's song? Yes, we did Jay.
Yeah, we did. Get
song.
Ready.
Get ready.
That's here Jay comes.
Dr. Beverly says, amen to that, Lisa. He's taking it in. Tariq says, thank you. And Amarion says, y'all are the best, like Miss Bev. And thank you for the prayers. Wow. Amarion says, I see why you hang out with them. I said it's because they are the greatest. And you are the
Amarion,
greatest.
Thank you for saying that. We've hung out with Dr. Beverly a bunch of times.
Absolutely. But Amarion, we are praying for your grandma diligently. Mm-hmm. We will be praying for her even after the show, and we're grateful that you share your heart with us because those are important. We want to share our lives, but we also want to share our hearts.
I gotta go. Okay. I'm sorry.
You got 1 minute, bro.
I gotta go now. Okay, for real. So,
we love you. We appreciate you. That's right. George says, tell Lena to get off the mellow. Get off mellow. She good. We appreciate you and we appreciate y'all coming through. Don't forget, the day is just beginning. You can create whatever type of perfect day for you that you want today to be. And while you're at it, don't forget to have sex. We love ya. Talk soon.